Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and Kevin McCarthy has just announced the impeachment of Joe Biden, well, the impeachment inquiry of Joe Biden, how and when it could take place, and what it will require. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. So Kevin McCarthy spoke exclusively to Breitbart News, and he said he would do things differently than how former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi did things when she impeached Trump for the call with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. Now, if you'll remember, when Trump was impeached for the call with President Zelensky, it was basically decided just by Nancy Pelosi. She decided by decree that Trump would be impeached. She named impeachment managers, and the impeachment inquiry and process began. Now, she gave all the lip service about it being solemn and something she didn't go into lately. But she didn't do what Kevin McCarthy is going to do. What Kevin McCarthy said he's going to do is he's going to bring it to a House vote. A House vote probably in October to start the impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. Now, that means that unlike Pelosi, who started it on her own, McCarthy's going to need 218 votes from Republicans. Now, this seems like a punt to me. I don't like this move by McCarthy at all. You know, at a certain point, you have to fight fire with fire. You have to play by the rules your opponent is playing by, because if you're handicapping yourself, well, then you're going to have problems. You can't just simply go in there and be like, well, they did it this way, but we're going to play by Marcus of Queensberry rules. Well, they're not playing by Marcus of Queensberry rules. And if you guys know what that means, if you don't, I'll tell you. Marcus of Queensberry rules are the official rules for boxing. And so, it's not a street fight. Well, these people are street fighting, and we're playing by rules. Rules that we're imposing upon ourselves. I believe there's another reason here. I believe there's another method to McCarthy's madness. He knows that he's got a very razor-thin House majority. And he knows he's got some Republicans that are in districts that voted for Joe Biden or that are purple districts. And they don't want an impeachment. And I don't think McCarthy wants an impeachment anymore, to be honest with you. This move here tells me he doesn't want an impeachment. He knows that those Republicans are going to vote against it. If they vote against it, he can turn around and say, hey, you can't blame me. I brought it to the House for a vote. So it gets the onus off himself. It's just typical politics. He's just passing the buck on to other people. And he's going to say, well, I tried, but the other Republicans didn't want to go along. And it's going to be a handful of Republicans. He'll probably fall just short of starting an impeachment into Biden. And he says, the people's voice needs to be heard, and this shouldn't be done by decree like Nancy Pelosi did it. But that's nonsense. Why? There's no rule for that. There's no written rule. There's no reason he has to do that unless you want to be a coward. And, look, I wanted to give McCarthy every benefit of every doubt, but he's starting to sound like a coward now. And I pose to you that if he does drop the ball on this impeachment, if he does not impeach Joe Biden, I mean, at this point, what other evidence do you need to impeach President Biden? If he doesn't impeach this president, well, then they should remove him. Then Matt Gaetz and the Freedom Caucus should go ahead and remove this guy as Speaker, because if he doesn't have the backbone to do what needs to be done, then we need somebody in there who does. I want your opinions on this, guys. Let me know what you think. Should we remove McCarthy? Is McCarthy kicking the can down the road as I suggest? Is he trying to pass the buck as I suggest, or do you guys think it's something different? Let me know in the comments. Also, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, because that really helps us out. I'm Carmine Sabia. This is Explain America. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.